Hello guys, back again. This is a story I did see like a day ago, and at the time I didn't really want to talk about that. I went, you know what? One, playing online games, more on PC for me. Gamespy was part of it, and I did play a lot of games with it, so it does affect me in a sense. And the fact that Gamespy's online matchmaking is going to basically be shut down May 31st. It'll be gone for good. Now people play online games, whether it be on consoles or PC. No GameSpy, you've seen it before, but basically it's going to be gone. Now, when they inline the online play, May 31st, for more than 1,000 games that uses the company's midware, basically 1,000 games are going to shut down unless they migrate to something else. That is a massive outage at one time. And now I can imagine if this hits and all these places don't migrate, you're going to hear a lot of people be talking about the games they're not going to be able to play online anymore. You know, companies that still use this technology, for example, is Activision, is Electronic Arts, Capcom, Sega, Nintendo. So you're talking major players in the game, and obviously, I'm hoping they were notified ahead of time. And I don't think the newer games would be affected by this, but obviously some of the games would be affected. And to give you a history of GameSpy, it originally launched as a quick server search program in 1996, and then eventually, just got bigger and eventually started hosting online gameplay, and was a big thing. At a certain time, GameSpy was a very big thing for online play. They were like the player for online play for a while there. You couldn't buy like a PC game or something without seeing the GameSpy logo on the back, and so now we're going to see what happens. Now, the reason for the shutdown is rather simple. Uh, basically, uh, Glue Mobile, which is a mobile game publisher, bought GameSpy Technologies in 2012. Uh, Later, shutting down online play for popular games without notice when developers basically failed to pay hosting bills. Okay, so it kind of give you a sign that hey, maybe in any company that buys somebody else, jobs are going to get shuttered, and they're going to shut down certain things. Either they bought the company for what they do and keep that going to maybe integrate into their stuff or change a little bit, or they bought it just to shut it down, and either they were competition or they just wanted the technology and the patents. Well, also another kind of sign of bad things to come was basically server shutdown comes in the wake of GameSpy ceasing editorial content in 2013. So again, there were signs that this wasn't going to go good. These guys clearly bought GameSpy not to keep it going, and so it will be gone. The online will be shut off May 31st, and the games affected online games are going to have to migrate to like Steamworks or something in order to maintain like the multiplayer functionality. I'm sure some of these games will. When you're talking about Electronic Arts, though, let's be honest here, they shut down servers games every year, so who knows what they want to do. And again, PC side, despite the fact they're shutting these down, if you know the PC side, if they don't switch these things over to new servers, the community is going to step up and find a way around it. It happened with MechWarrior 4. Microsoft shut the servers down. The people, fans of it, made their own servers for it, made a patch for the game to play on their servers, made their own DLC for free for the game, and ultimately, because they did that, they ironically got, for the people who got MechWarrior 4, ultimately, gave them the rights to actually re-release MechWarrior 4 again on the anniversary with their servers in there, with the DLC all in there, gave you like 100 more mechs and stuff. It was amazing that they actually got the code from Microsoft because that usually doesn't happen. So you never know. I mean, fans do wonderful things when things get shut down. So we'll have to see. On the console side, it is what it is. If it's dead, it's probably going to be dead, uh, unfortunately. But I always ashamed to hear when something like this goes down, especially something that, like I said, has more than 1,000 games currently using it for their online. It's a shame because a lot of people could very well be affected by this. But again, like all things, things change over time. There isn't these days and age where companies are building their own matchmaking, though sometimes good and bad. Something like this isn't necessarily needed in the big publisher side. I think GameSpy, with a lot of guys, didn't see the swell of the indie scene in the mobile market, and they could have very well used that to their advantage to try to swell that into the Gamespy, and could have very well succeeded with that. But again, when companies buy another company and people run companies, they make decisions they think are best, and sometimes they're not, they don't see the big picture. Anyway, I don't know if this long enough. What do you think about the fact Gamespy is going down? Was it a console or was it on PC that you actually played games that had Gamespy? Because there were a lot. If you turn your case around, you will see the Gamespy logo on some of the games you played on your console. And what games did you play? If you had Gamespy on a game, what game was it that you played? Or maybe your most memorable game that you may have played with the Gamespy online matchmaking. And so, that's it for now, guys. Like always, thanks for commenting, subscribing, and watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys later.